एयरलाइंस की कहानी।
2002,
Yeah, 30 million passengers.
India's growth had stopped. So I said every Indian must fly. That was my mission.
तो चैलेंजेस क्या क्या थे आपके लो कॉस्ट एयरलाइंस लॉन्च करने में?
Launch करने में the first was the idea. Nobody wanted to fund me.
नहीं, but what was the final trigger when you decided to merge or sell or whatever you might call it?
Trigger was because I was losing money. The other airlines were also losing money. But they had just started, they were losing less money. But I was very big by that time, I was losing little more money.
लो कॉस्ट एयरलाइंस हिंदुस्तान में अब एग्जिस्ट करता है?
Not in the manner in which Air Deccan was.
How do you see Indigo crisis?
Don't get away, not by defying. They will somehow get it postponed. That did not happen, so they got caught.
नमस्कार, मैं हूं पवन कुमार, डायलॉग्स में आपका स्वागत है। भारतीय विमानन के इतिहास में बदलाव के लिए दो नाम जाने जाते हैं, जाने जाएंगे। JRD टाटा, जिन्होंने भारत को उड़ान भरने का सपना दिया, और कैप्टन GR गोपीनाथ, जिन्होंने उस उड़ान को आम आदमी तक पहुंचाया, कॉमन मैन को उड़ना सिखाया। एक ने कहा भारत उड़ सकता है, दूसरे ने कहा भारत में सबको उड़ना चाहिए। कैप्टन गोपीनाथ से आज हमारी मुलाकात होगी और इस देश में हम सुनेंगे किस्से विमानन के इतिहास के पिछले 20-30 साल के। कोई इंटरव्यू नहीं है, कोई साक्षात्कार नहीं है, कोई गपशप नहीं है, सिर्फ कहानी सुननी है। आज हिंदुस्तान में उड़ान की दुनिया कैसे बदल गई। कैप्टन, आपका स्वागत है हमारे कार्यक्रम में। सबसे तो पहले ये कि आजकल आप क्या कर रहे हैं?
आजकल एक हमारा हेलीकॉप्टर कंपनी है
जी,
जिसमें हेलीकॉप्टर और विमान दोनों हैं। ये चार्टर बिजनेस है
जी।
ये कंपनी जो पहले था 1995 में हमने इधर से शुरू किया
जी।
इसी जगह में तब हम टेंट में थे। और मैं फौज से निकला था, उसके बाद खेती में गया
जी।
और सब हमसे पूछते हैं, मुझसे पूछते हैं, हाउ डिड यू, अ पर्सन हु इज एन एक्स आर्मी ऑफिसर, जो फौज में थे, मैं कैप्टन था फौज में, ये है कैपिटल इंटेंसिव, बहुत पैसा का ये बिजनेस है, आप इसको कैसे शुरू किया, कैसे आपको ये सपना कैसे आया? सपना भी नहीं देखते हैं। तो आप इंग्लिश में एक कहावत है जॉर्ज बर्नेट शॉ का, यू सी थिंग्स एंड आस्क व्हाई। आप कुछ चीज को देखते हो और आप पूछते हो व्हाई,
जी,
क्यों? He says, I dream things that never were and I ask why not. मैं जो नहीं है उसका सपना देखता हूँ और मैं पूछता हूँ क्यों नहीं। सो जो भी ये दुनिया को, बहुत बड़े बड़े लोग थे जो दुनिया को जो बदला बहुत तरीके से, वो सब लोग जो है सपने देखते थे। वो बिजनेस में हो या पॉलिटिक्स में हो, संगीत में हो, जो उसमें भी, वो सब लोग जो है वो ड्रीमर्स। वॉल्ट डिस्ने बहुत गरीबी आदमी था। उसके बाद दुनिया का बहुत सबसे बड़ा फिल्म मेकर कार्टून का बन गया, डिज्नीलैंड है। उसने एक दफ़ा बताया, इफ़ यू कैन ड्रीम इट यू कैन डू इट। अगर आप सपने देखोगे उसको
करके दिखा दोगे,
करके दिखा सकता है। यू कैन डू इट।
एयरलाइंस की कहानी।
So there were only 3 airlines. The airlines were not growing, and it had come to a plateau. In 2002,
13 million passengers.
India's growth had stopped in aviation.
Only 13 million passengers.
Only 13 million passengers, which was, and about 40 airports connected. 13 million, which is equal to the smallest airport of the 6 airports of London then. When I was in London, in the Luton airport, there was a board which said 13 million passengers.
And we have around 211 million passengers in 2024.
Yeah. Even today, it is only about 4% are flying. I'll come to that. So when this idea came, I said it can't happen with this one. Then I was in a when we advertised this helicopter thing once more, people started calling, can you take me to Hubli, can you take me to this one? I said, what are you doing? I'm a retired bank manager, I'm retired from this, or I'm employee here. I said, it will cost you 2 lakhs. Then they put the phone down, right? So then there was a buzz. There was a new India from 95 when I started the helicopter, this one, to 2002 there was a new India, which I was seeing but not seeing, which I could feel but I could touch it but not getting it. The buzz was there. Then one day when I was coming in the helicopter, which was coming empty, after a campaign for Mr. Modi, before he became Chief Minister, he was then campaigning in Himachal and Punjab, because he was not in Gujarat then. I think there was an issue with the RSS.
No, he was in charge Himachal and Punjab in those years. Yeah.
So he was said, both of you are fighting, you be in. See him also. He did not give up. He said, they removed me from Gujarat, so I will leave it. No, he went and worked in. He worked in Himachal and this one. So one helicopter had gone for him. And the way back it was empty, and my pilot said, why don't you come with me? I'm coming back empty. And when I was coming over these villages, I found in a remote village, somewhere in the mountains, I found one huge thing which was shining. I told the pilot, let's fly down, and I found it's a dish antenna. I said, what is that? He said,
dish antenna.
See, in all those villages, some entrepreneur collects, 20,000 rupees, 1,000, and gives one connection for a TV. So 20 people in that village can have a TV. And the village has 2,000, they will all come and watch. After coming back from farming, they will watch the TV. It's only in the evening. That's when it occurred to me, it is no longer a billion people, hungry people to be subsidized and fed. India is not a country of a billion hungry people to be fed and subsidized. I said India is a billion hungry consumers. So that is a huge difference. If you say I am a consumer, then the company salesman will come and stand in front of you to sell. If you say हमको दो कुछ पैसा दो, give me some wheat, give me some rice, then he'll treat you like a beggar. So I said, that's when this idea came to me that India has a billion consumers. They were no longer, but they were buying, even TV advertisement for Hero Honda, Maruti car, sometimes Maruti car, but largely Hero Honda, Fair and Lovely cream, Colgate toothpaste, pressure cooker. But there was no advertisement for buying air tickets. Nobody envied air ticket because there was a kind of monopoly there or duopoly. The duopoly was between.
हाँ, 3 एयरलाइंस थी, सहारा,
One
जेट
was a
और इंडियन अलायंस.
one was a non-consequential airline. Sahara, the Sahara newspaper nobody read. Sahara TV nobody watched. Sahara airline hardly anybody flew. But he had that. But there were duopoly then. It was Jet Airways and Air India. If Air India was 12,200, Jet Airways fixed the Air India price. Jet Airways was 12,100. All
Jet
seats.
Airways somehow stopped to
No, that's a different story.
your
No, I'll
venture?
come. That's okay. That's okay means that. So what happens when you have monopolies, right? Even today, if there's one monopoly, he doesn't want. Even in a train, if you get a seat, you do not want others to come in, right? We always blame the politicians, but you have to blame the businessman more, because once a businessman gets a license because of reforms, then he doesn't want others to get a license. Just like in a democracy, you use democracy, all the authoritarian people, great regimes, Indira Gandhi, whosoever it is, somebody say, let's say Modi is also a little authority. Once they climb the ladders of democracy, they do not want democracy so much. Because if you have true democracy, people, that you see what is happening in America with Trump, right? So, but of course, fortunately for us, I say it again, we are not a democracy, autocracy like China. Because if, or Russia, because, or North Korea, because in Russia or in China, if somebody like Mamata Banerjee or Rahul Gandhi or Ramchandra Guha or anybody else, some couple of journalists who are speaking, morning they are not there. They take you away to Siberia, to somebody, in China also. Even if you are a businessman, you criticize, you are not there. So we have shades of democracy, but the worst democracy is better than the best dictatorship of either communism or the right-wing dictatorship. So, like Churchill said, democracy is the worst form of government after all other forms which we have tried. After all other forms of government, democracy is the worst form of government. Right? So, the worst democracy is better than the best. This one. So, it's a work in progress, let's put it that way. And there are a lot of things are free here, some things are not.
Airlines.
Yeah. So now, then I said, the defining moment was, in Luton Airport I saw 13 million, but I knew all these numbers. Then I was in America, in Southwest Airlines, the original low-cost airline, but in a different concept. There was a guy sitting next to me in a banyan, big guy with a tattoo, chomping a burger from McDonald's. I still remember. I said, what do you do?
साउथ वेस्ट एयरलाइंस कभी आपके दिमाग में था क्या कि लो कॉस्ट कहाँ से, लो कॉस्ट का आइडिया कहाँ से आया? साउथ वेस्ट से.
I'm telling you here. In Southwest Airlines, everybody knew by that time it was a low-cost airline. But their low-cost was slightly different because they flew from alternate airport to alternate airport. Because even in America, the major airports were captured by the major airlines. Here the major airports are with one or two people. Airport of India, 2-3 people. GMR and this one. Their airports were different. But the airport gates, if the airport has 500 gates, 100 will be taken by American Airlines. 50 will be taken by United Airlines. So if you want to fly, there are no gates. So what he did, he said, I will not fly from Delhi to Bangalore. I will only fly from Hindon, which they are now doing, or some other smaller airport. In all those countries, you have 10, 15, 20 airfields around the towns. He said, I will fly from a very small airport to another small airport. right? So I say I'll fly from.
लेकिन ये ऑप्शन आपके पास नहीं था ना?
नहीं था. So there are a lot of advantages there with us. There are a lot of advantages with him. But the idea was that how do I make? So this guy, I said, what do you do? He said, I'm a carpenter. I said, how many vacations you take by air? He said, I take 2 vacations by air, 2, 3 by car. Sometimes only 1 vacation by air. I go with my family. My wife and kids are behind. So that's when the idea came to me that a mechanic is more important than an IAS officer or any officer. Because if the mechanic doesn't reach, the equipment factory shuts down. Even officer is also important, but if officer doesn't reach, you still manage. If a chip is not there, the guy who can fit the chip into that large computer which controls the missile, he is more important, right, than the general. So I said, our carpenters and mechanics and nurses, they should be able to fly. So I said every Indian must fly. That was my vision. Vision must be something not that I must become the largest airline, I must become 50 aircrafts, 100 aircrafts. That's not vision. Vision is something you realize every day and you will never realize it in your lifetime. Every day people will fly, but you will never be able to make every Indian fly. So it's a never-ending vision.
तो challenges क्या-क्या थे आपके low cost airlines launch करने में?
Launch करने में, the first was the idea. Nobody wanted to fund me. He said, low cost airlines will not work in India. How can you give a low fare? Aircraft is the same cost, fuel is the same cost, pilot salary is the same cost, airports are the same cost. How can they be low cost airline? Okay. I said, see, today you have a Oberoi hotel or Taj hotel or Hyatt, 500 rupees a masala dosa. With taxes, 700 rupees. Even today in the airport, masala dosa is 500 rupees or 400 rupees, right? So, but a 5-star hotel is often in loss.
Fund कैसे आया?
Udupi hotel at a dhaba is not under loss. So I said once, Udupi, what is a low cost airline? I said it's a Udupi in the sky. You know, it's got all economy, lowest fare, then the aircraft will fill up. If you have 12,000 rupees every ticket, only 50% play, that everybody can't afford. So you create a new model, eliminate all middlemen, put everything on the internet. Travel agents take away 20%, no food, everything is sold, whole lot of things. If you do that, you can give a fare starting from 1 rupee to, say, maximum 8,000, average 5,000. So I said, I was giving it at 500 when I went to meet R.K. Lakshman to make him the brand ambassador for this one, the cartoonist. He said, Captain, even 500 rupees is too costly. He said, okay, I'll make it 1 rupee. Because when you say 1 rupee, you are giving only 2-3 seats.
But that was not a good business model?
Excellent model. Even today, in Ryanair, they sell 1 million tickets at zero cost. I have myself flown in it. That doesn't mean all tickets are sold. You'll have 180 seats. Some tickets will be he will go at 1 rupee and he'll come back at 2,000 rupees. But you make money on his catering, you make money on giving him, then they cancel it. Then when they cancel it, they buy it at higher price. Because it's 1 rupee, they cancel it. Then that goes at a higher price. But if you want to, if you are a president of a company, you want to go at a particular time, then you charge him more. So you charge more to the rich, charge less to those. But the idea is then you fill the plane. Instead of saying is 12,000, only 50% come, I'll say I'll have 100%. 100 into 5,000 is 5 lakhs. 50 into 10,000 is also 5 lakhs. Right? It doesn't work that way, but just give me a simple. So all these ideas came to me, and I said, so eventually there is always somebody who will believe your dream. Always. But you have to believe it yourself first.
हाँ, लेकिन आप डेमोक्रेटाइज करना चाहते थे इंडियन एविएशन में पैसेंजर के ट्रेवलिंग को, उसमें कॉमर्शियली वो वायबल नहीं हो सका या हुआ?
So I'm saying self trust is the first secret of success. I'm addressing more entrepreneurs now. I'm coming to a story. Self trust is the first secret of. You have to believe in yourself. If you don't, believing is half the battle won. If you yourself don't have, it will not happen. See, low-cost airlines are the only ones all over the world who have continuously been in success. Today, Southwest Airlines, in the last few quarters, they have got some problems with unions and all. Southwest Airlines has got
made money quarter after quarter.
For 50 years, every year, initially about a quarter, they got 900 aircrafts. Largest market cap of all the airlines. All the airlines put together is less market cap than Southwest. Ryanair in Europe, even today, they got 500 Boeings. They fly more number of passengers than all our 250 million. You said 250 million in India, right? You said they fly 250 million in India. It is not 250 million different people. It is 50 million people, 60 million people flying 3-4 times a year. A salesman in IBM will fly, Toyota will fly 5 times. An MP will fly 6 times. And one person will go to Ayodhya once a year. Next year he may not go. So it is not 50 million, 250 million different people, it is 50 million bums who travel frequently. So it's only 4 to 5% of India traveling as against 5 times the population of Ireland. Ireland has a population of 5 million, 25 million flying. America has a population of 350 million. 1 billion tickets, close to 1 billion tickets are sold. Europe has population of 300 million, 800 million tickets are sold.
Funding कहाँ से लाए थे आप?
So when this idea was floated, finally I did not get the real equity funding. I got the initial loan with one of my investors in the company called Mr. Ladhani.
Okay.
Who was an uneducated but very sharp, shrewd man. One day on a flight to Delhi, I said, हम ये low-cost airline करना चाहते हैं. He had already put some 10-20 lakhs in the company. Helicopter company. That's a small amount he had put. But he had given a lot of bank guarantees. To the money I raised for the helicopter company, he had given 3, 4, 5, 6 crores guarantees. And 1 or 2 crores loan on interest. He said, हमारा बच्चा को भी fever भी free नहीं देता है. So it is a good thing that hit me. I don't give even fever free to my children. Everything comes at a cost. You want a bank guarantee, you pay for it. You don't give me money, you give a bank guarantee. Because he said, if you lose, I lose my bank guarantee. If you don't pay, I lose my bank guarantee. So it's a cost. So give me 10%, I'll give you bank guarantee. But not give. His money is in his bank earning fixed rate. So if I give him 10% for the bank guarantee, he's taking a risk of 14%, he makes 24%. No? So he said, if you want money, you have to give me 18%. Otherwise I charge 24%, right? Like that. So I told him, the low cost, whatever I told you, I said, I didn't go to the technical. I said, ऐसे बैठने से ऐसे बैठेंगे सीधा, so ज़्यादा सीट हम डाल सकते हैं. वही एयरक्राफ्ट में, instead of 140 seats, I can put 190 seats.
स्पेस का इस्तेमाल होगा.
पूरा हमने ये खाना के लिए भी उन्होंने 200 रुपया देंगे ताज को, हम खाना 200 रुपया we learn. So if people buy from me, they'll pay me 200 rupees. I'll not even give पानी भी फ्री नहीं देगा. जैसे आप बोल रहे हैं हम पानी भी फ्री नहीं देगा. फीवर फ्री नहीं देंगे, हम पानी फ्री नहीं देगा. बस में कोई नहीं देता है, ट्रेन में कोई नहीं देता. I'll remove all middlemen, travel agents, everybody. So 20% of the बचेगा. ज़्यादा घंटा fly करेंगे. All airlines fly 8 hours, will fly 12 hours. If you fly 12 hours, that means everybody works more. Aircraft flies more. All that brings down cost. Even if he has, he won't give. I know his mind. We have to do it in the lowest cost. And the low-cost airline is lowest cost. So lowest cost you can only give if you have very low investments. Even if it is your money, if you put less money, then I can give shares to others to get more money. Headroom is there, even for listing and all that. So we said we'll start with the ATR because if I start with Airbus and Boeing, these people will stop me. Jet Airways and Air India also will stop me.
Because of rivalry.
Which they did. Both Air India and Jet Airways, every day one MP would write a letter, low cost is unsafe, low cost is unsafe. Because I know, I'm starting a low cost airline. So Naresh Goyal said, what is low cost?
Yes, I remember Naresh Goyal said there is nothing called low cost.
Everything is. So anyway, I said, anyway, I'll do my low cost, let him do his full cost. That's something I should say. I kept it. I said, I'll start with ATR. But still they were saying, यार उसको
वो स्ट्रेटजिकली आपने उसको ऐसा रखा कि अभी टर्बो प्रोप उड़ाएंगे.
Because firstly, Airbus will require more money. I'll get more money when I establish the ATR. ATR will get less money and also I'll be under the radar. Otherwise these fellows will wake up on the first day.
और बाहुबली लोग आ जाएंगे.
Or they will not even allow you to start. So I said, so Mr. Pawan Kumar came with a plan and said 5 crores. If I get 5 crores, I can start.
So who gave 5 crore?
I told you the same. You were not listening when I was talking.
No, for Ladhani.
Ladhani.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Ladhani, I told him I want 5 crores. He said, le jao.
Okay.
So we had to appoint people because if you appoint a pilot too early, aircraft is late, then you pay for the pilot salary. If the aircraft comes too early, then your lease rental will start early.
Lease amount will go, yes.
All these things. Everything has to happen together. If everything is there, license doesn't come, then you have a problem.
So you have to coordinate everything.
Yeah, because everything is there, but license is not there. Panditji is not there. Your wedding will not take place. Of course, nowadays they marry. But so I said, everything has to happen. By which time I had enough confidence, contact. I said, look, some things take time. Security clearance will take some time. There also I told people, either you reject it, so I'll get 10 more pilots, or give it. Don't hold it. If I give you 100 pilots, don't hold the whole thing. Whatever is, clear it. Anyway, so I went and told Rudy, I want to start a low-cost airline. He said, Captain, what is this low-cost airline? Everybody is saying, what is low-cost? Can you come and talk to all my DGC and Civil Aviation Ministry? So one day I went and spoke to these 150 people. I just said, as I'm talking to you, now this idea became everybody's idea. They didn't believe. I said I want to connect not only Bangalore, Delhi eventually, I want to now collect all the small towns also. I want to collect Rajahmundry, Vijayawada, Belgaum, Gwalior, Jabalpur and all that. So I said, you just give me, if I say give me 500 airports, if I spend 10,000 crores around it, I said it will take only 1 crore to do up an airport. To put night landing, it will take you 2 crores. To put a NDP, VR, it will take you 2 crores. So put 3-4 crores and give me 2 airports, which are got airfield, but no flights. There are 500 airfields in India, which no air connectivity. Apart from some, Salem, one minister was from Salem, he was from Salem, he built an airport there where Boeing can land, no flights are there. Okay. So I said, there are also many airfields from British Airways time, British Empire time, which are not used. Ballari has 3 airfields. First flight came in 1931 by Richard D. Tata, hopping flight. So I said, give me that. They said, okay. So every clerk wants to push my file. That means they owned the airline in that sense, as a vision. So anyway,
they were quite convinced.
Convinced, excited also. I said,
Excited,
I'm not doing anything. I'm doing ATRs. So when Ladhani said, Pawan Kumar said, he's saying 5, but he's not giving it. Then I went to him. I said, क्या साहब आपने बताया जितना जल्दी आगे भागोगे हम अपने पीछे हैं. आप नहीं दे रहा है. सर कैप्टन 5 करोड़ को दे रहा हूँ, उसका गारंटी क्या है? सर आई एम टेलिंग यू उसमें कुछ होता है. He said, no, I don't have any land, I don't have any bank deposit. So how can I give you guarantee? He said, आप 50% आपका कंपनी को मुझे गारंटी दो, shares. So I just told Mr. Pawan Kumar, type the agreement. Now I said. So he sat there, typed it, I signed it, and he raised the 5 crores. So that's how I started. And I started with 2 ATRs. I went to France. They were about to shut ATR. Because the world had become 2 regional jets, small jets. No, the 45-seater, 50-seater jet, not Airbus, Boeing. They were small regional jets. So they're about to close it because their sales had come down. I said India can take 1,000 aircrafts of ATR alone. I'm going to give you order for 30. But first I want 5 used aircrafts. But you have to give the guarantee for maintenance, guarantee for parts, all this. So I stayed there for 2-3 days, and I took with Mr. Pawan Kumar and we negotiated a lease rental. And I also said I'm going to advertise on the aircrafts. So Sun Microsystems gave me 2 advertisements. They paid me 15 lakhs each. It was a flying billboard for advertising on the aircraft. Right, like that. All kind of innovations came in. I put everything on the internet. All the travel agents tried to block me. I said, you have to change, not me. Writing is on the wall. You change. I'm not changing. It's on the internet. So all these things happened. And I started August 22nd from here. Mr. Rudy was the person, Venkaiah Naidu, George Fernandez, Defense Minister. And
I remember.
And S.M. Krishna, all these people came. And we took off from HAL airport because the new airport was not there. And we flew from here to Hubli, to Mangalore. And George Fernandez came with me in the aircraft. And in the other aircraft, another VIP went. And we had flights from 1 rupee to 3,000 rupees, 1 rupee to 1,350 rupees. But only 1 or 2 1 rupee, 1 or 2 500 rupees. Because the moment I said 1 rupee, it set the Ganga on fire, you know. I didn't need advertisement. Every paper is writing about it. Every TV is covering about it. And in the city, everybody is talking. So we started with 2 ATRs. My plan was to have 18 ATRs at the end of 18 months. But at the end of 18 months, I had 6 or 7 Airbuses and 12 ATRs. And then I got another person gave equity of $5 million, NRI. For him, I gave some shares. I came down. Then a big private equity came. I'm still in ATR when I announced I'm going to start with Airbus. They gave $50 million. ICICI Bank and $45 million. Venture Capital, Capital International, the world's largest venture capital at the time, private equity at the time. Then I listed it, I raised 400 crores, I raised over 1,000 crores. I then said, because jet airways were trying to stop me, then Kingfisher came, then SpaceJet came, Kingfisher came, and Prime Air came, then Go Air came, then Indigo came. Then oil prices went up. from $11 it went to $100 and odd dollars through the sky, and also sudden excess capacity. So we were all losing money, including me. But initially we were in profit. But I put one aircraft every month for the next 48 months.
उसने आपका फाइनेंस खराब किया क्या?
Huh?
उससे आपका फाइनेंस खराब हुआ 2008 की क्राइसिस के बाद?
No, kharab
उसके पहले
means
से?
that's how I raised the money. 2008 happened much later.
नहीं, जो ऑयल प्राइस जो स्पाइक हुआ,
Oil price.
उससे फाइनेंस खराब हुआ क्या?
Now, that's what I'm trying to tell you. All the airlines started losing money because 55% of a flight, whether you're full service or low cost, is ticket. And there were huge taxes on that, because if you are having a tax of 35% on fuel, 33%, 30% on fuel, including excise duty, sales tax and everything. There's excise duty, on top of excise duty there is, you have to listen to me, I can't speak. If there is 35% sales tax in some states, 28% in some states, plus excise duty below that, customs duty.
वो प्रॉब्लम तो अभी भी बना हुआ है.
मैं बोल रहा हूँ. So it completely kills the industry. Industry, aviation should not be seen as a business. It is a business. But the government must ensure that by bringing down these kind of things, to even make it zero tax. Like what they did for Suzuki. Maruti, when initially Maruti was started by Sanjay Gandhi, it didn't happen, then you finally had Maruti. They said everything is free, sales tax is free, this is free, that is free, that is free. And today their Haryana government itself must be collecting about 30,000 crore sales tax today, even though sales tax is lower. So if you had lowered the barriers to aviation, including in airport charges, which has now become costly, then it was inefficient and not costly. It could not grow because the airport didn't have space. Now airport has spaces, but only 4% are flying because airport charges are more.
So problems
25% is taken away by the airports because
problems more or less जब आप आए थे 20 साल पहले तो problems वही था एविएशन में, हिंदुस्तान में, डोमेस्टिक एविएशन में. वो प्रॉब्लम अभी भी majority of them are still there.
So at that time, we were having shortage of pilots because pilots were difficult to get. Shortage of all kinds of aviation space. And so Airbus came and suggested to me, why don't you and Malia merge? But before that, Malia was telling me, can I invest with you? Can I invest with you? I said, no. But eventually Airbus said, he has got ATR Airbus, you have got ATR Airbus, why don't you merge?
No, but what was the final trigger when you decided to merge or sell or whatever you might
Final
call
figure
it?
of what?
What was the final trigger? When you decided?
I'm telling you that you're not listening.
Okay.
The trigger was because I was losing money. The other airlines were also losing money. But they had just started, they were losing less money. But I was very big by that time, I was losing a little more money. Jet Airways was losing more money. They were all very big. But I found that there was a huge problem because of these oil prices and taxation of fuel. And customs duty, and the airport not having accommodation. So why don't you merge the things? And so the agreement with Malia was that he will do international, and the domestic of his and my domestic will become one big low-cost airline.
Okay.
So then we will have more synergy, bigger scale. Bigger scale means less cost, and then we can bring down costs and survive. And he can put more money. He said he will put 1,000 crores into the airline and take over the airline. And I became a smaller shareholder because my shareholders who could have put money then, like ICICI Ventures and this one, they somehow got scared. Airline may go back, which can happen. Airline can go bankrupt. There were people representing money of the bank or the private equity firm, the people who are there, they get an incentive when you sell it at a good rate, which is also one factor. When a big private equity succeeds, everybody makes bonus. Now stock market price was going up, like today. Sometimes companies don't have it. Zomato was losing money, but Zomato was 80,000 crores. Swiggy was losing money, right? So our stock price was going up. So the Deccan stock price went to $1 billion. So the first person who had put money, he sold it for, it was a stage, all legally, right? He sold it for 135, 145 crores. The other company sold it for, he had put 5 million, he sold it for 45 crores. ICICI Ventures and the other one, they had put 45 million, they sold it for 3 times that. So that temptation was there, and the fear that Air Deccan may go bankrupt, along with other airlines. Because all over the world, airlines are going bankrupt. All over the world. Big airlines, Canada Air, Lufthansa, British Airways, are all into deep trouble. United Airlines went into bankruptcy.
Lost money. Yeah.
Delta Airways, everybody was getting into problems. So I said it's a good thing, because some shareholder asked me in a meeting, I have put my money, I'm a retired bank manager, I'm a retired some so-and-so company, I put a small amount, 20,000, when I'm going to get my returns? Then my shareholders told me, he said, Captain, you want to control the company, you're allowing your ego not to merge with either Malia or Ambani or somebody else. Because at that time, Anil Ambani also had approached me. Why don't you give, you decide the best price? And they put pressure on me, and they were all together. They couldn't remove me, but they knew they can remove me legally, because they are more shareholders than me. And I also felt, something goes wrong. All this public money I have with me. So that was also on me. And this is a good offer. He put all the money into the company and he took over. But after he took over, he changed the model from full service to, from low cost to full service.
उसने cheat किया आपके साथ?
I was there, but I was powerless that time. We had a big fight. Then I exited. I sold some shares, but I couldn't sell the rest of the shares because I was a promoter. And in that sense, I did not make that much of funds as others, but it was a good thing I took, because otherwise you would have lost everything. But the comment I want to make is that the company should have been saved, just like they saved Air India, they saved Satyam, the Congress and or BJP, which are company, they should not mistake the promoter for the company. Malia is not an airline. Airline is independent. It's got employees, it's got statutory obligations, customer obligations, vendor obligations, loyalty to the job. So, the job of a government, that's why in America it's called as the Bankruptcy Act, Insolvency and Bankruptcy Act. In India, there it is in Insolvency and Bankruptcy Protection Act. They want to protect the bankruptcy, because when one is crony capitalism where you promote somebody. I'm not talking of that. I said if four airlines collapse and only one survives, then the government is enabling a monopoly or a duopoly. One is your policy makes it a monopoly. The other one is you are not doing anything about it. Somebody is collapsing, allow it to collapse. So, like they saved Air India with 60,000 crores, they could have saved, they can pursue action against Malia or whosoever is a defaulter, but they should not punish the employees and the company and the customer for the, don't punish the company for the sins of the promoter, because the blood in the Air India pilot or a Jet Airways pilot, that is the same blood as in the Air India pilot then. It's the same blood of a government employee. Assets are common, national asset. Save the jobs so that customers will not have victimization by a monopoly. See, recently what happened when Indigo collapsed, the air tickets in the other airlines, including Air India and
50,000, 40,000, 85,000.
1 lakh, 80,000, 1 lakh. One of my own engineers and pilot went, they couldn't come back from Delhi because the flight was 80,000, 85,000.
आपको लगता है कि गो एयर को, किंगफिशर को, जेट एयरवेज को गवर्नमेंट बचा सकती थी? बचाना गवर्नमेंट के
including Congress.
कैपेबल था क्या?
Yeah, if you can protect, see, how did they protect Satyam? When Satyam fraud came, they were arrested. He himself went to the police station and said, I have committed a fraud. They arrested him. He was headless. Immediately government appointed a committee because the company is functioning. See, if you have a good institution, a CEO is there, promoter is there. There could be anybody.
They could have made some other arrangement.
No. You're not. Listen to me. When there is a promoter in a company, company has now gone into problem. Separate the promoter. You can take action against him separately. The promoter is not able to do anything. So now the company is working, doing everything. So the banks took over, for example, Jet Airways. They said, we'll put 1,500 crores, they removed Jet Airways. Fine. Take action against him. They removed him. Once the banks took over, they said that we are putting 1,500 crores and taking over. They didn't put the 1,500 crores because they were a consortium. And the government was going to elections. Nobody got any message. They said, we can't give it, we don't have any assets. It is a run. You don't know, the Jet Airways was one of the best airlines in the world. He had made mistakes. Take action against him if he had made mistakes. After he had to do trial. Like ICICI Bank, some scandal was there, which is public knowledge, with Chanda Kochar. Bank didn't collapse. Like you protected the bank. Why you protected the bank? Because it's politically so sensitive. Everybody's deposit is there. So similarly, Kingfisher, he made mistakes by converting the model, but he had created a great brand. He had made mistakes, take action. Protect, it was only 6,000 crores. There are people who had, even GMR had 50,000 crores. A lot of people have 100,000 crores. You don't kill the company. See, if the banks had taken over, because CEO is there, everybody is there, it can continue. In fact, when the investor invested in me, they asked me, Captain, what happens if tomorrow you get knocked down in a bus? I said, I have whole company. They'll take care. Company should not collapse if it is a great, like in the government. If some minister dies, whether it is a head of a government or otherwise, if he dies, government will not collapse, usually. Immediately somebody else is sworn in, no? So therefore I am saying they should have saved the airlines, saved the jobs, and allowed more players to come in. That did not happen. The banks took over, but they did not invest the money, because if they had invested and then put it for auction to the best bidder, like they put, see, Air India was flying, they put it to the best bidder. Similarly, if they had allowed Kingfisher to fly, Jet Airways to fly, and put it to the best bidder, or Go Air, then the banks would have realized some money. When it completely gets grounded, the banks will lose all the money, except whatever personal personal guarantee government has given. So that is the last point I want to make. But anyway, Mallya did not, to be charitable to him. He had built a great brand, great airline, except he changed the model. But he did not cheat me or rob me. But he robbed me and the people of my dreams. But the model lives on. There is a low-cost airline, Indigo, and you can ask me.
So आपको लगता है कि low-cost airlines अभी भी हिंदुस्तान में exist करता है? Low-cost airlines हिंदुस्तान में अब exist करता है?
Not in the manner in which Air Deccan was, but still there is a semblance of it, because in our time, even about 7-8 years ago, both during Air Deccan, even after Air Deccan, after oil prices came to the same level, pilot salaries went from 1.5 lakhs to 8, 9, 10 lakhs. Today a captain gets about 8, 10 lakhs. We started with 1.5 lakhs. You could get a Bangalore Delhi for 5,000. many people, 50% you could get. Today you can't get it.
एयर इंडिया सेम फेयर ले रही है, इंडिगो सेम फेयर ले रही है, आकाशा सेम फेयर ले रही है, तो लो कॉस्ट का क्या अर्थ रह गया है?
That's what I'm saying. See, if you say only one television channel, Republic, or if you say only one paper, Times of India, or one TV channel, I said, we had only Doordarshan. Similarly, if you have two airlines, or airports also must compete with each other. Only one airport or two airports, they must compete with each other. Different players. If two airports are owned by one, get a third airport to compete, which is happening in Delhi, fortunately. I'm saying only then you will have low cost. Today you have a regulator who is regulating a monopoly or regulating a duopoly. It's like regulating railways. A regulator has to regulate competition. There is a competition commission. But a regulator who we have, Airport Authority regulator ERA, has to regulate competition. No? Now it is cost plus. They say you can take 12% profit. But he will take 12% after cost. So there is no control on cost.
विजय माल्या का एक इंटरव्यू देखा आपने जिसमें विजय माल्या ने कहा कि there is an item in business which is called eliminate the disruptor. He gave a recent interview. He said, I wanted to eliminate Air Deccan, eliminate the disruptor, because Air Deccan was a disruptor. Have you seen that interview?
I haven't seen, but obviously, as I told you, anybody who is a model which is threatening him will not want, when Steve Jobs started the laptop, if you remember, 1980s, Steve Jobs, he was 19 years old. IBM said, who will buy a laptop? He went on and did it. He changed the world. Then IBM changed the model. Malia said, who will disrupt us? Then whatever I was doing, because he increased the fare, people left Kingfisher and went to Indigo. Jet Airways collapsed, they left and went to Indigo. Air India was not doing well, they were late, they were full service, they went to Indigo. So his exit created a vacuum and they went to Indigo. And Indigo was a low-cost airline, may not be in the same 1 rupee ticket, but largely the low-cost airline. That's how they are able to expand. Today the market cap of Indigo, well, Air India with all the facilities, all the government support for investing 60,000 crores, was losing money, continued to lose money. Indigo's market cap is $22 billion. Now it lost about $4 billion after this crash, meltdown. $22 billion, second or third largest market cap in the world. It's a remarkable achievement. They have done something extraordinary. But now, this model of monopoly and duopoly, not in this sector, in all the sectors, is not a good thing. We need private sector, but not private sector cartelization, but not government. Government should get out of all the businesses, except being in the police and defense, but in the administration, IAS and everything. But we need a vibrant private sector where many players are there. It's always, when you have less entry barriers, the people who have no money but big dreams, they are the ones who disrupt the market.
How do you see Indian Sky from here? How do you see Indian Sky from here?
I think if the government now, as the minister has already said, that they want 4 or 5 big airlines. See, Indonesia has 50 odd airlines. And make the rules simpler, eliminate all kinds of malpractices in various departments, make rules simpler but enforce it, have only one type of a license. Now we have got Udan license, you have got a regional license, you have got this license. No, there's only one license. When I start, there's only one license. You can have 8-seater, 10-seater, 12-seater, because safety is safety. Only one license. You can start with a small aircraft and become an airline. You don't have to go to the government every time for a fresh license. In Indonesia, there are about 50 odd airlines. 50. Even Bangladesh has got about 10 airlines. Now, of course, it's a different crisis. Where is 50 airlines? Europe has got some 200 airlines. We have got 2. We must have 100 airlines in this country.
How do you-
About 100, at least 3-4 big ones. 3-4, not owned by the same group. 3-4 genuinely competing with each other.
How do you see Indigo crisis?
I think they had done a great job. We have to absolutely admire them. It was together with Rakesh Gangwal and Rahul Bhatia, but then they had a difference of opinion, of distrust and mistrust amongst them. Rakesh Gangwal was the aviation man, was there. He was the founder, director. Rahul Bhatia was a person who would, sort out the issues with the DGC and ministry. Both were required. He was here and he was there, but he ran the airline. When he left, he brought on expats, I think who were divorced from this one. Rahul Bhatia became this one, and he moved to this. That's what all the news channels said, that he moved to Switzerland. He had done a big salute to him. He had done a great job, but I think he had lost touch with reality. He got a big board of IAS people, air chief. They're all good, but they're not aviation people. You also need in the board one person who is aviation in his blood, who has an oversight on the CEO. Some kind of oversight.
क्राइसिस ये हुआ जानबूझ के हुआ है?
Not janbujke, it's just arrogance. They thought they need not change the rules, they can get away with it. Don't get away, not by defying, they will somehow get it postponed. That did not happen, so they got caught. I think it's arrogance. They say when you are ऐसा हो जाता है, आपको कुछ नहीं दिखता है, because you only have people who are yes men around you, who have all over. It's a emperor or a dictator. You'll only have yes men around you. Even a company, even in your house as a father, nobody wants to disagree with you. Even as a father, if you are a very powerful father, nobody wants to disagree with you.
हाँ, लेकिन इंडिगो का जो मिस हुआ उसके लिए किसको ब्लेम किया जाए? इंडिगो केवल है, DGCA, गवर्नमेंट, all of them.
Primarily it is Indigo. They were always doing a good job. Why suddenly now? Because they ignored it. They said we will ensure that the rules are not implemented. I think they got very cocky, overconfident that they can manage the system, that they will ensure that the rules are not, new rules are not. The DGCA, to their credit, very clearly said we will not postpone the rules, because the High Court also already said implement the rules. The new rules demanded by pilots for more rest. Basically, the pilots wanted more rest, to put it briefly, than the way they were flying. DGCA said these are the new rules. They gave them 20 months to implement in stages. Indigo was in the habit, like everybody tells me, of getting the rules postponed. You can't defy it, postpone it. And they didn't do it, and well, it collapsed.
आपके इस बात से एक सवाल मन में आया कि ये सेक्टर में जो फेवरेटिज्म पहले था, जैसे पहले जेट को फेवरेटिज्म था, वो जेट की जगह इंडिगो ने ले ली है क्या? ऐसा कह सकते हैं?
Indigo is not taken, it's not a favorite, but when somebody becomes so big, you got so much
too big to control?
No, not to control, but you automatically have influence over many departments. Let me not expand it. You will have an influence over many sectors of the aviation, which controls aviation. Let me put it that way. You will have enough influence to influence them to do what the regulator will tell you. Of course, in the regulator itself, many will not want to do it because he has influence over them. Let's say if some solid guy comes, I believe that the new DG said, I'm not going to change it. The court also said, don't change it, implement it. Pilots have demanding rest, give them more rest under the international standards. You can make little changes. The Indigo thought they can.
इंडिगो ने अपने पोजीशन का फायदा उठाया सरकार से, ऐसा
कहें? That's what I'm saying. When you become a monopoly, any monopoly will do it. I would do it.
I said, sir, the problems of Indian aviation sector remains the same as they were.
I think I addressed
20 years
that.
back. So, why the mortality rate is so high?
See, all over the world, not in India. India, it could be a little more, because if you have only 5-6 airlines and 4 collapse, it looks very big. But when you have 300 lanes in Europe and 25 collapse, it's not news. No, when man bites,
अच्छा वो बात है.
when dog bites a man,
Yeah.
it's not news. When man bites a dog, it is news. If you have only 3 airlines with 2 collapse, you had about 5 airlines, 6 airlines, then became 5, then 3 collapse. What happens? So what I'm saying is, all over the world, the largest number of tombstones, क्या बोलते हैं स्मशान में जो डालते हैं पत्थर, वो एयरलाइन में है. Also in the restaurant industry, they are both circus. It's difficult to manage a restaurant. Very high mortality rate in the airline also. But in India, there are issues with the regulator. All regulators are tough, but in Indian regulations, till recently we were following the 1924 Act. Even now, some modification is there, something has happened, but we are not, we are too rules bound than safety bound. You know, we had to be safety bound, but not so rules bound that it will collapse the airline or it will crash the airline, even if it's because if you have to do too much maintenance, it's not good. The maintenance manual, the operations manual come from the manufacturer. Your job is to enforce it. Your job is not to enforce new maintenance, new operations, no. This is one DGCA patch I told me. The job of a regulator is to implement the maintenance manual and the operations manual of the manufacturer. So many of them today in India, a pilot induction takes more time in India than for a Lufthansa pilot to become a Lufthansa captain than in India. So broadly is that, without getting into the technicalities.
So what is the future of Indian aviation?
I think it is bright, it will always be bright, but right now it looks, we are very busy in the airports, but if you look at the numbers, you yourself told me the government numbers are 270 million tickets, which is about 60 million different people, not 271 million different people. So 60 million different people is only 4% of India is flying, no? Sorry, 2. Only 4% of India is flying.
हिंदुस्तान में प्राइस बैंड जो गवर्नमेंट ने फिक्स किया उसका कोई मतलब है क्या? उसका कोई मतलब नहीं है.
No, no. Price band cannot, the government has said 18,000 is too high. Prices should come down through competition. Always.
Let the market decide.
Market has to be, what are the regulators should ensure monopolies doesn't happen. Duopolies do not happen. Price fixing doesn't happen between the airlines. That is a offense that you can go to jail in America. Like fixing a stock market. You can't call another guy and say, let's keep the same fare.
You will be behind the bars.
They're very strict. That's how, unfortunately, Rajat Gupta was tried and he went to jail. Because they said you gave inside information. He was an extraordinary man. Maybe unknowingly he said something. They said we recorded it, you shouldn't have said it. To a trader whom you know. Okay? So in India, you need regulators of that kind. But the entry barriers must be as low as possible. Safety must be ensured. Here we got, every rule has a discretion of the DGCA. Some rule cannot have a discretion. Some can have. If you have got too many discretions, then you can play around.
कभी आपको मलाल होता है कि हमें
So I think also you need also in the DGCA, you require a professional man from the DGCA to become DGCA. Though IAS people are good, but why you have to make a IAS man a DG? Then there is no incentive for the cadre. If the Atomic Energy Commission is from or scientist, ISR is a scientist, National Physical Laboratory is a scientist, CSIR is a scientist. Why you are having IAS guy as secretary, I can understand. The DGCA, why he has to be from this one? No?
कभी आपको
So,
मलाल
because you have to also look at the DGCA, their salaries, their incentives, because the best we should join there. See, DGCA must be controlling or regulating 100 airlines as against regulating 4 airlines now. DGCA will be proud, like in America if you say, I have 5,000 airports.
लास्ट का 2 क्वेश्चन्स डू यू
Last one.
ओके सो आपको कभी ये मलाल होता है कि एविएशन में नहीं आना चाहिए था आपको?
No. It is, firstly, no regrets. I did something which enabled common people to fly. That itself is a great satisfaction. And the dream still carries on, though a little bit diluted. And everybody who invested with me became rich. Those who did not sell at the right time went bankrupt because Kingfisher went bankrupt, those who kept the shares. Everyone who had shares, even employees had given shares. Lot of investors who invested with me, private equity, they all became multi-millionaires. Even I sold some of the shares, made some. I could not sell all because I was a promoter. There's a restriction on me. Promoters cannot sell more than 25% the first year. That kind of. So, but even I benefited. I invested some in a new venture. So it was good, and most important is change the course of aviation, and it's not going to go back. Indigo, I'm sure, will survive, should survive. The promoter can go by cashing out, but the airline must survive. Promoter can go voluntarily or whatever it is, but the airline must not. No airline should die. No company should die. That should be the thing. Unless there is such a thing, it can't be revived.
आखिरी सवाल कि आपको लगता है कि दुनिया, देश के लोग एयर डेक्कन को इतिहास किस रूप में याद रखेगा?
That I should not say it. That is what people should say if they think so. That's what.
पर क्योंकि आपने
No, that is not for me to change. It's like saying
because you changed the course of aviation in the
like
country.
asking anybody, like asking, will people remember you? Like asking Narayana Murthy. No, others say Narayana Murthy did a great job in the IT sector. That like Modi asking, am I a great prime minister? The others must say Modi was a great prime minister or not a great. That history will tell. So history will decide that.
वो तो बोल रहे हैं.
People should say it, that's all. Whatever they say, that is the verdict. People's verdict, whether it is a politician, whether it is an industrialist or a journalist. You always also speak about some journalists. You say Pranay Roy changed media.
Yes.
Everybody is his children, right? Though many of his children did not follow in his footsteps for various reasons, in various ways. But he is the man who brought sense of decency in debate. And everybody today is his chela. Whether it is, they all were.
And they all defied they all defied the guru.
They're all apprentices. Some defied, which is okay, as long as they do a great job. I'm saying they're all his apprentices. Rajiv Sardesai, Arnab Goswami, Barka Dutt, Vishnu Som. Everyone were there. If you go to NDTV channel in those days, when I used to be going to NDTV channel, they're all in their late 20s, busy, active. So history will always remember. So it's for people to say.
चलिए बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपसे बात करने के लिए.
Thank you for taking the trouble.